Hello, everybody. See, the best laid plans of mice and men go awry already. Hello, everybody. Welcome to One More with Danny Coleman, the show that brings you one more artist, one more talent, one more performer, one more author, one more poet, one more of whatever you want to hear. I am Danny Coleman. I am the host, and we are coming to you live from Monmouth Music in Red Bank, New Jersey, right here on Monmouth Street. Also, we are brought to you this evening, our sponsors, Monmouth Music, and a project that you ladies are actually involved with. Which is, I have to put glasses on to see this.
Oh, I never have to.
That's right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I never.
This is the next charity compilation produced by the Downtown All-Stars of Red Bank.
Yeah, that's right.
Magic on the Navasink. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. Before I get started, I want to just kind of put it out there. I want to thank Carousel Arts for bringing me on board to do this show here, One More. I'm not always real comfortable talking about me personally. I tell a lot of personal stories.
We'll talk about you.
But
We do it all the time.
I know, behind my back. But I've been a musician since I was 11. I'm an entertainment writer, radio show host of Rock on Radio for the last 7.5 years. And this is my first venture into YouTube. And tonight, I chose these two guests because not only are they talented, and as you can see, beautiful, but, see, you know, I talk nice about you in front of you.
We talk nice about you in front of you, too.
There you go. But I've also chosen them because they were amongst the first people who actually took a chance on me with my radio program. So, welcome to One More with Danny Coleman. And again, I want to thank Mario, the owner. Mario's back there.
Hi, Mario.
Mario's back there. Mario DiBartolo, the owner of Monmouth Music, which this show will be coming to you live from every Monday night at 8 p.m. So, my guests this evening, the inaugural guest, the first guest. How else do we say this? What other ways can I say that? Premiere. The world premiere, debut of One More. My guests are Laura Johnson and Dee Dee Montanaro, Strumberry Pie. Yay!
Should we clap for, are we supposed to clap for ourselves?
So it's one more slice of pie.
Yeah. Ooh, one more slice of pie.
That's tonight's show is one more slice of pie.
Yep. I see that. Well, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to ask you to come a little closer.
Closer.
Not to me. I don't want to scare you, but I'm
I thought you were missing me
all the time.
I won't. You know, I always miss you. It's just you got to come.
I get that a lot.
As you can see, I have a very good rapport with these ladies. I'm lucky that way.
Yes, you are.
I've been fortunate enough to actually share a stage with them as well. So
That's true.
Yes.
all these years I've been on you two ladies to give me original music.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're giving me original music.
Your wish has come true. Your lifelong wish.
Only been a decade or
I don't know
so.
what you were complaining about.
You know, when you guys were like 15, I started on you, right?
That's true.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I can't believe you remember that far back.
4 years ago,
Right?
when we were 15.
4.
It was
Yeah,
like 4
it
years
was
ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah, we
It was
started
4.
4 years ago.
How did you
At
start?
15.
Well, how did you start? I know.
We were 15 and we started.
Actually, when I first started coming around, you were just starting to learn how to play the guitar.
Ish, yes.
No, you played already.
I strummed, kind of.
I did not.
Little.
Go ahead, tell us.
Well, we met in Red Bank. We love Red Bank. That's why we're happy to be here
Yeah.
for so many other reasons. But one of the reasons is because it's Red Bank, and we used to do the downtown cafe live rock and roll karaoke with Arlene's world famous rock and roll karaoke band that used to come from New York every Thursday night, hosted by Dale Toth. We have to make sure we mention.
We're gonna
Yeah,
drop
it's gonna
every
be-
name we know.
Every
Put it
name
right
we
in
know
there.
people.
Okay.
Anyway,
Have to
I
hire a cleaning staff to pick up all
That's
these.
true.
yeah. Well, Laura was a regular, from what I understand, and I was dragged there kicking and screaming by Gary Smolikoff, and because I was too scared to do it, but he made me do it, and I'm sitting there watching all the performers. They were actually really good. You know, people think karaoke, oh, everybody's drunk. There's some really good performers. She gets up and she does Pat Benatar, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to go up. I don't want to go up. I don't want to go up. Because I was after. So I went up and I did Lita Ford, and
I lost my mind. I was
she
like,
hugged me,
awesome.
and I was like, "Oh my God, she hugged me!" I was starstruck, and so I guess she liked me too.
I did like it.
And we fell in love.
Yeah. But,
And-
from there, it was another 3 years of just doing that.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years
Yeah.
of just going on Thursday nights and singing with another band. It was a live band on stage, and they were great. And then Dee Dee started playing. Dale Toth started doing the open mic night at the downstairs. And I started seeing on Facebook
She discovered
pictures
me.
of Dee Dee with a guitar in her hand doing open mic. And I was like, what the heck? Well, how come she's doing that and I'm not? So I got a little jealous, and then I finally contacted her. I had been singing with the Moroccan Sheepherders for a while as one of their, many singers, and having a great time with them. But I did want to have a project of my own also, and so I contacted Dee Dee, and I was like, this is ridiculous, because we'd been talking about, let's do a song together at karaoke, or let's do something like that. And I'd been trying to pick up the guitar so that I could do these things. And I said, come to my house, let's learn 3 songs, we'll do open mic. And literally it was like, let's learn 3 songs to do open mic. That is how we started.
That was our plan.
And then we
just
learned
to
5
shock
songs.
a
And then
few
we learned 10
people, yeah.
songs. And then Alan Manso said, you got to learn 3 hours worth of music. Alan
That's
Manso of the
exactly how
Rocket
he said it,
Sheepherders.
too.
In 2 days.
It was
Yeah.
something like that. He's like, oh, can you play for 3 hours? I was like, I can't even string 10 songs together. I didn't know how to play the guitar very well. So, but once it was on the table, he's like, you learn 3 hours worth of music and we're booking, and you can book a show. Once that was out there as a goal, we just learned 3 hours worth of music, and we enjoyed
worked
playing
very
together.
hard. We
so
worked really hard.
Yeah.
We had a blast.
we had fun, but it was a lot of hard work.
From when you two started, I mean, I don't want to say you've come a long way. 'cause
You
you're
can't.
both
No,
very
please do
talented,
say we've
but-
come a long way, because
Please
if I haven't come a
acknowledge-
long way in 4 years,
Yeah,
something is
that's bad.
wrong.
Yeah.
I want that.
But and I get that.
Yeah.
But the talent was always there. It's just a matter of you guys manifesting it.
Oh, thank
Because as you said, there was always that night you thought I was going to accost you in the alley when I did the
That
gig
was
with
awesome.
the sheepherders.
It's like, who's this creep?
You are creepy. but-
I have that stalkerish quality.
Danny played drums with the Sheepherders one night, and I don't even remember I have no idea where we were, but I was walking
draft
out
house.
the back,
Yeah.
the draft house. I was walking out the back door for something, and Danny followed me out, and he goes, I need you to do something for me. And I was like, guys, I'm like, where's my band?
and so began my relationship.
And what you
with
needed me
Laura.
to do was to record an audio
promo,
intro,
yeah.
a promo for his show. What was the radio
my
show
radio
at that
show,
time?
for
Right,
yeah.
yeah. Rock on,
Rock On
right?
Rock On Radio.
Yeah, Rock On Radio. And I was like, oh, I can do that. Okay.
It was the approach.
See,
It
that's what you call
was.
that. And then I don't even remember how did I meet you? I know it was around Halloween.
All I know is that at Halloween, I don't remember much, but it was fun.
As I recall,
I was a vampire.
you were.
You were not,
Actually, no. You're right. I was nothing.
but we took
I was a radio
pictures.
show host.
That's
But I remember
It's a great costume.
I saw. Now you have to have this set up. I see Dee Dee in the parking lot, and I hear her go, "No, it's got to be tighter. Wait, it's got to be." And I look over, and there's Marlo
He was cinching my
busting
corset.
it. Yes,
Because I was
That's
a
the
vampire
word,
with a
cinching.
corset. He was cinching it. It had to be tighter so that it wouldn't fall off, because I didn't need a wardrobe malfunction.
And, oh my!
That would not have been good.
I'm like, what happened? What's
Yeah,
it?
Depending on your perspective.
I see Danny driving by, looking
I
at
see
it, so I'm
DJ
like,
over there going,
"He's
yes, it would
looking-
have been good.
What are you looking at?
And that was
That was kind of
the
how we
beginning
met.
there. And then since then, I've been lucky enough to jam with you guys. And
I played with you
share
at your, was
stages.
it your birthday party?
my
that I got
50th
to play
birthday
with you?
party.
I was really good.
That's a compliment.
That's what you call a backhanded
No,
compliment.
I was
That's a
very,
Strumberry pie
you know, I was
compliment.
very excited.
There you go.
To get to play with you on your birthday.
That was a lot of fun.
In
I'm
front
still.
of people.
Somebody just actually mentioned that to me
Really?
last week.
We did Tornado by Little Big Town.
And
Ooh,
she
I
mentioned it. She
remember.
goes, "Are you ever going to play with that girl that you played with at your birthday party?"
See, we made an impression together.
We did.
We did.
See? So, okay, so you do these cover tunes, and
Yes.
you've now become in the area one of the most well recognized cover duos.
Yeah.
And it was, and that was, I'm not going to say you came a long way there because you two ladies market, boom, from the get-go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The name is really, it's like a...
How do we come up with
It's
Strumberry
conducive.
pie?
Okay. So when Dee Dee and I decided to get together and play 3 songs, right? And then 3 songs turned into 7 songs. Actually, I should say they turned into 7 songs. We had 7 songs. So 7 songs is a little more than an open mic night, right? but significantly less than a show. Steve Warendorf of the Moroccan Sheep Herders, my band, he every year puts together this event called the Colts Neck Rock Fest. And I guess it was 4 years ago. Colts Neck Rock. It's always in September. It's always in the fall. He was. We got together in July 4 years ago. So September. It's coming around, and I said, why don't we see if Steve would let us do a little 7-song set
That was brave,
at the Colts
by the
Neck
way.
Rock Fest. It was brave.
Yes.
I could barely play the guitar, and Steve said sure, because he's awesome. And then I said, well, but we need a name then because you have to. We got to get put on the bill, like on the hoodies and the T-shirts and all the paraphernalia. So this is Steve. I say to Steve, we need a name. I get a text back with a list that includes Broadzilla, Public Enema,
Naked Potato.
Broadzilla. Yeah, no, I said
Naked-
Broadzilla twice.
He
Naked
wanted to name
Potato.
you
Naked Potato.
Public Enema?
Oh, he's just goofing around. That's what he
I
does.
kind of like Naked Potato.
But one of the names on it was the Strumberries. And it was just a long list of ridiculous names because that's what he did. And I wrote him back that he was completely unhelpful. And then he said, but the Strumberries is really good. And I said, it's too cute. It's like too pink tutu girly. Like we're not really
Foofy.
foo-foo.
No.
I don't want to be cute. I'm a little cute.
We're
but you know what I'm
adorable,
saying.
but not
But
foofy.
and I said we need to kind of dirty it up a little bit. So I made it Strumberry pie, and that's what happened. And then pie is one of those words that
Lots of derivatives.
Lends itself.
yes,
Lots of
I mean,
derivatives.
people take photographs. They go to a store, they take a picture of a pie, and they send it to
They
us.
put it on
and
our page.
Put it on
It's-
our page.
Which is, what are your pages, by the way?
Strumberry Pie on Facebook. That's you just go on Facebook, look up Strumberry Pie. I guarantee you're only going to find our page. And then strumberrypie.com, we have a website. That's it. That's all
That's
we
it,
really
pretty
need,
much.
right? We have a YouTube channel.
You do.
Like you guys.
Yeah, well, now we're
Well,
joining
maybe
you.
not
Just like you
this
guys.
one,
Feel
but-
free to go over while you're here.
Yes.
Feel free to go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel, although
Yeah.
that's not really our main source of connection with our fans. We mainly connect with our friends and fans through Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a great way to be able to have instant communication with people.
We reach everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, and our tagline,
Which is?
get some.
Get some.
So it's a little suggestive, but it's not inappropriate.
Right.
And that also lends itself to
Everybody loves
Yeah.
pie. That was another one. That's another one of
Yeah.
our taglines. Everybody loves
Everybody
pie.
loves
It's just
pie.
so easy. I mean, you could just go on and on with it.
But
They write themselves.
You two ladies do something that not a lot of musicians do, and that's promote yourselves.
Oh yeah.
Shameless self-promotion is the key to this
have
business,
to.
unless you're going to pay somebody a lot
Well, it's
of
not
money to
entirely
do it for you.
shameless, but it's.
Well, I don't know. I recall certain stickers that were on certain parts of certain people's
Oh,
bodies.
They wanted it.
Betsy Derrier.
Okay, we haven't done this in a while, but we
haven't.
did. We did have in the very first year. I guess it was like this.
Yeah.
That was our big. It
Get
was-
pied. We had people
Get
wanted
pied.
to get pied.
We had stickers. Somebody. Oh, I know who it was. It was Randy Scott of Cherry
Oh.
Suede, who I told Randy Young to watch tonight, but who knows if he is. But they're very busy people, and one of my favorite people to watch in terms, speaking of marketing and promotion and music business. Randy will tell you I am shameless when it comes to bugging him about how to promote music and how to be a good business person when it comes to music and how to reach the people that you want to reach. So he and his cohort, Randy Scott, were touring in the UK.
Now, they're
and
Canadian.
they are
Yeah.
Canadian,
They're Canadian.
and they have a following in the UK. A great group of people called the Cherry Suede Brigade. They're actually like, if you could handpick fans, these are the kinds of fans you would want.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
They love each other. So we had contact with one of their fans because Cherry Suede actually put us on
Their live
their
stream.
live stream one
At the
time when they were
downtown.
playing at the downtown in Red Bank. And in order to mess with them, we sent stickers and strawberry pie paraphernalia to the UK so that one of their fans could like pie them, just like have strawberry pie stuff all over their last gig. And one of the things was a sticker, and it ended up on Randy Young's hat and on Randy Scott's butt. And there was a picture of Randy Scott's butt with a pie sticker on it. And from that day on, everybody asked to have their butt pied. I mean, we didn't push it on anyone. It became a thing where people were requesting us to put it on their butts and take pictures and put it up on our page.
There's your new catchphrase.
Have to
great.
go retro.
Butt pie.
We were getting pied, right?
You
got pied. And people would be like, why haven't you pied me?
Yeah. I mean, they would come looking for it. It was great.
Yeah. And then we ran out of stickers. so that ended.
Well, we know we didn't run out of butts.
No, there's plenty of butts out there.
There's always another butt.
But it will. We're bringing that back, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are bringing it back. It's just,
It was good.
yeah.
We enjoyed
Okay.
it.
We needed a break. Now, we're going retro. We're pieing butts again.
Is that you're going back?
We're going retro.
And then you have the lips,
Oh,
Yes.
the strawberry pie lips,
Yeah.
Yes.
slice of pie, piece of pie,
piece of pie,
pizza
get some
pie,
pie.
Pizza pie,
get some
everything.
pie.
It works for everything. Pizza, everything. It's great. So, yeah, go over to our Facebook page, drop us a line, like our page, give us a hello. I guarantee you we will respond to you within probably 10 minutes. My phone's right here.
Yep.
And
is this
Dee Dee and
you,
I are
Dee
never
Dee?
far from the
That
from
is
the
not
Facebook.
me.
I don't know whose phone
I
that is
don't
then.
know. This is me.
I don't
That's
know
way
whose
too
it is.
pink for me.
Whose phone is that?
Oh, there we go. We have the culprit.
Yeah.
So
Busted.
If you ever want to know where we're going to be, go on our Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Right.
always posting
We
events.
post every 5 minutes what we're doing.
okay.
That's how people
Gotcha.
know.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I know. Because you, like I said, you ladies are fantastic at promoting it. And one of the problems that the musicians have in not just this area, every area, and it goes full cycle because, they want you to, bars and clubs and restaurants want you to put people in the seats, and they don't want to help you promote it. And you don't promote yourself, and then yet the clubs and the restaurants don't have any customers, and it's just it's just a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
But by promoting you, I mean it works.
Well,
and
yeah.
you have to promote you, and
We
a
have
lot
to
of
be
people don't get
proactive
that.
in that way because that was the only way to get gigs at certain venues. And if you don't have a following, you just can't fill the place.
And it's our job. I mean,
is.
I really think of I think that as musicians, and we're cover musicians mostly. We're doing original music now, and I do want to talk about an original, a show that we have coming up in a minute. But whether you're an original musician or a cover musician, your job really is entertaining people. And if you're entertaining, people are going to want to come back. I mean, the Moroccan Sheep Herders, when I play with them, I don't care where we play, when we play, there is a room full of people because they
Promote.
They not just because they promote, but because the show that they give these people is an experience. It's worthy of coming back for another turn, right? But of course, the flip side of that is they have to know when you're going to be playing next, right? So you have to have two elements. You have to be a good enough entertainer to get people to want to come back and see you again, and then you have to let them know where you're going to be. So my job really isn't just to show up and entertain the people that happen to be in the room. Sometimes it is. Certain venues want us to do that. But, a lot of what we do and what we're supposed to do is,
Bring out the masses.
yeah, bring our fans along. We have fans. We have people who like to see our show. They want to know where we're going to be. So we got to let them know.
Well, and that's the key. You have to actually the Sheep Herders are one of my favorite top 3 cover bands that I've ever seen. They're just incredible.
Yeah.
And I would consider myself lucky to have done several gigs with them.
I do too.
At times. But the first big gig you guys ever did, do you recall?
Oh, yeah.
Big?
It was March
The Strand.
20.
No, the Strand. That was a big one.
Now, the Strand
The
Theater
Strand
is in
Theater,
Lakewood.
yeah.
It's about a 500
We opened
November.
Eaglemania.
theater.
That was our first November. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I was thinking of our gig.
Yeah. That's
know.
true, but I consider that a
Yeah.
big one because
Yeah.
it's a theater. It was a theater show, and it was full of people, and they were there to see Eaglemania, obviously.
Yeah.
But they
We
got
got
some
to
pie.
open for
So-
Yeah.
They got some pie to
Yeah.
open up.
Yeah,
That's
we
where
were on
we
a
met
big
Santa
stage.
Ray, by the way.
And we
Yeah.
have cookies
I know.
Three
I know.
ladies here.
You
And
should have had pie.
I
I'm just
like
saying
we have
that. I'm just
some-
going to put it out there. You should have had pie.
Well,
but that's all right. I'll take the cookies.
And we have some pre-poured beverages here in
I like the pre-poured.
Can I eat
Mom,
the cookies?
go right ahead because I'm going to do a sponsor for us here. Monmouth Music, right here where this show is coming live from. Monmouth Music. Monmouth Music established right here in 1987. It's located in the center of historic Red Bank, New Jersey. For 30 years, Monmouth Music has served the local and traveling musician with brand name instruments and accessories at everyday low prices. Monmouth Music also welcomes aspiring musicians at all levels with a broad selection of affordable instruments, including school orchestra instruments for both sale and rental. Monmouth Music provides student lessons on all levels, provided by our long-tenured music teaching staff. In addition to providing brand name instruments and complete lesson plans for students of all levels, Monmouth Music is home to Bob Pinto's Guitar Hospital, specializing in string instrument repairs. There is also in-house professional amplifier repairs by BP Electronics. Monmouth Music is owner-operated, which ensures you will get professional and personal service every day. Come to Red Bank, New Jersey, and visit Monmouth Music. Make the trip. You won't be disappointed. And again, I want to thank Mario very much for allowing us to set up shop here. Mario is aces. Mario's actually from my neighborhood.
Oh, really?
What's your neighborhood?
Down in Hamilton,
Oh, okay.
New Jersey. And Mario is an accomplished guitarist, amazing player.
Yep.
And he allowed us to come in and create this set that you see here. Matt came in and did all kinds of Matt of Carousel Arts, the producer, the director, the CEO of Carousel Arts.
We know him.
He is the it of everything. That's right. You got
We
it
know
in
him.
with him. And
We're
he
his
came
friends.
in and he did all of the the painting and then had help from his crew and his staff. And I've met some of the crew. We got Nash back there on that camera, and we've got
Hi, Nash.
I'll meet you guys afterwards. But were we ready to cut to Nash? Were we ready to cut to a tune, or was it just sponsorship? Okay, I got nothing. That's
well.
beautiful. So what we'll do
You know what
is
that
we'll
means?
keep
We can do
going.
whatever the heck we want to do.
Yeah.
You know, I could actually pick this up and be like a crooner.
You could.
Like
I do
Bing
like these
Crosby.
microphones, I have to
Bing
say.
Crosby.
These are really cool.
Actually, yeah, they are like the old time microphone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was that? What do you think he's trying to say about me with this?
I wouldn't know because you're a very young man,
I'm a young
clearly,
man.
and you wouldn't have any knowledge of those
No,
Things.
none
things
whatsoever.
of
not at
old-time
all.
radio show microphone things.
From back then.
If you're just logging into YouTube, this is the One More with Danny Coleman show. I'm Danny Coleman, and this is Dee Dee Montanero and Laura Johnson. And together, they are Strumberry Pie. And you brought along with you DJ Pinelli.
we did.
DJ Pinelli, yep.
And later, a little bit later, he'll be strumming along with you.
Yes,
Yep.
he's the pie filling.
Yep.
Oh.
When people play, and this was,
Do you see what we're talking
listen,
about?
Joe Salk actually came up with that phrase when Rob Latour played the first filling we ever had.
Yes.
He played with us, and we were joking about him, being with the Pie Girls, and that was Joe Salk said he's filling.
Pie filling.
And that was it. Now, from now on, everybody who played with us was pie
You've
filling.
had a lot of, yes.
And we've had some really.
We have a
Yeah.
lot of people who
Oh, yeah.
who've been helping us out, and when we have when we play our original music as a full band, which we've done a few times with Colossal Street Jam now at the Saint, and we're going to do another show November 12th at the Saint. It's Colossal Street Jam's CD release party,
Oh, yes.
which is going to be off the charts. By the way, I have been privy to listen to some of the stuff that is going to be on that album. It is outrageously good.
Got to hear what?
The production, the recording is being done right over here in Red Bank again at Coda with Tony. I can't recall his last name. It's their CD release party November 12th at the Saint. We are on the bill as Electric Pie. That is our full band doing original music. DJ Pinelli is in that band with us. Scott Burton plays bass with us. Mike Sikowski plays drums for us. And Lou Barella plays lead guitar. And so we're basically, we got 4 guitars on that stage.
Oh, yeah.
Can't spell loud without Lou.
Slamming. Yeah. Oh,
See, now do you see why I love these girls? You can't spell loud without Lou.
To know Lou is to love Lou.
yes.
You don't call him lewd, do you?
Oh, yes, we do.
No.
Sometimes we do.
No, I don't really, because I think of that as being like a downer. But anyway.
Oh, no.
So now that you are doing original music, who's doing most of the songwriting?
It's
And is it
Steven's-
music, lyrics, or you both
pretty
bring it
50-50
in?
right
even
now.
Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll call me. I wrote a song. Oh, my God. So we'll get together and, if she plays it, I'll work out some harmonies. And then I'll do the same thing. I just came up with this. I'll post it or whatever. And then we get together and we work out harmonies. And she does a lot more of, changing little parts and adding some arrangements because she's got more of a feel for that than I do. But when the songs are done.
I do.
Yes, you do. But when they're done, even though maybe one of us did more of it, there's a little bit of both of us in every song we do together. And then with the guys with Electric Pie, when we practiced with them, they came in from scratch. We did everything acoustic, and they all made all the electric arrangements, the drum arrangements, the leads, and breaks and things, bass lines. And they just their work ethic is second to none, and they have made our songs sound even better. I mean, we love what we do together. And then when they came in, oh my God, yeah. If you watch us perform, we do googly eyes at each other. We watch the people that play with us, and we're like, because we're just amazed.
We're just happy.
We're just so yeah, we get to do this.
To own it, to and own a music store.
It's a dream come
And being
true.
a musician,
Yeah.
he just,
Yeah.
and he used to do the grind to go
Yeah.
commute to New York every day, and now he's in anything that you have. I mean, you want to,
Yeah,
have passion in it, or why do it?
exactly.
And
Money.
a lot of times,
Money, that's why
Well,
you do
money.
it.
You
House,
enjoy getting paid.
food. But my point, but the point is not, I'm not trying to be obtuse. It's people often have to do. I am a lawyer also.
Yes.
Yes, I like
She
to
is
use words.
obtuse.
But people will, people have to have jobs. They have to have income. They have to pay their bills. They have to feed their kids. And oftentimes they are not, they don't feel like their job is their calling or their passion. It's really just, I have to make some money. And that's okay. That can be fine. It's wonderful if you can take something that really interests you, that whether, passion I think is a strong word. Sometimes it's very weighty, it's very heavy, and it can be a lot of responsibility. I remember I heard an author, I can't remember what her name is now, saying, she's like, when people say, follow your passion, she's like, I just want to be like, F you. Not everybody has a passion, right? It's very oppressive. But everybody has interests. Everybody has things that make them curious. Everybody has something that they would rather be spending their time doing. Like what would you spend an hour researching on, the internet? If you can take that, make something out of it, whether it's you're going to make your living out of it or you're going to spend time developing that as a hobby, you can really be happy.
well, you said it. You're an attorney, a lawyer.
I am.
Is that what you wanted to be
sorry.
as a kid, growing up?
No.
Okay, so what was your passion?
Music.
Okay.
Yeah, I love to sing. It
So-
was my passion. I did not think I could be a singer, though. That
So-
was not at the forefront of my
Proving
mind.
yourself wrong.
Really?
Correct.
You
Absolutely.
didn't think that?
No, I
Wow.
did not think that.
That actually that stuns me because she's got an amazing voice.
Yeah.
And the amount of volume that comes out of this tiny
I
frame is
know.
just unbelievable. Did you take vocal lessons?
No, but and that's the issue. I didn't really realize. I thought when I was younger, for some reason, I thought you were either born with Whitney Houston's voice or you weren't. And so when I would sing and I enjoyed singing, sometimes I could sing great and people, I'd get a lot of response. Other times it was a train wreck. I would lose my voice a lot. I would be flat a lot. And I just assumed I could never make a living doing this because it was hit or miss. I thought it was kind of like, it seemed like it was like, oh, it's up to the stars. I don't know why I'm good tonight and bad tomorrow night. I didn't know that I could train. I didn't know I could get better. I didn't know if I took lessons that I could improve. I didn't realize that. I don't know why, but I didn't. And then, it took me till I was near 40 to just say, well, I don't care if I'm going to be good every time. I enjoy doing it. So I'm just going to go out and do it. And then, of course, the more you do anything, the better you get at it. Which is a simple lesson that took me till I was 40 to learn. But that's okay.
You know the comedian Stephen Wright?
I do.
He has a line where he says, I was always told that practice makes perfect until I was told that nobody's perfect, so I stopped practicing.
But I feel the
That's Stephen
opposite.
Wright.
Nobody, the pursuit of perfection is not really. It's a false pursuit.
That's why I like to play the blues.
There you go.
That's why I love being a blues musician, because blues and jazz will go, in the words of the great Rio Clemente, jazz pianist, where, I like to play jazz because I can improvise. I can go as far as my mind will take me.
Yep. And in that moment, you are creating something that has never been done before and will never be recreated again. You're having an act of creation each time.
Which is why another great guitar player, Bill Kirchen from Commander Cody's Lost Airmen, Bill Kirchen said to me, he says, Danny, when I record, I never use a click track.
Oh, really?
Never use a click track because I want to know what the musicians were feeling at that time when they were doing that record. What they were feeling. That's music.
I agree.
You don't have to make it rigid. He says, I hate click tracks.
I agree.
So, and I'm with him there because, naturally when you're live on stage, you're going to speed up, slow down.
Yeah.
You might extend something or cut something short. You're going to do what you're feeling at that moment. You might vocalize differently because, maybe you're not feeling well that night or you don't, that type of thing. How about you, Deeds?
How about me?
What did you aspire to be as?
I aspired.
When did you come to the U.S.?
Well, I moved here permanently in '87. Okay. So I am a compadre of Monmouth Music, who was born in '87, as you said before.
Same, just as old as you.
So, anyway, no, I started playing guitar in 4th grade. I took lessons in Texas, and my teacher lived in a trailer, and he had a lava lamp that was orange, and I would just be mesmerized watching it blob up and down, and he's trying to teach me how to strum Yellow Submarine. So there I am watching the lava lamp and just strumming along in 4th grade.
Did this guy have funny plants growing in there?
You know what? I was in 4th grade. I don't remember. I would not have known. But anyway, and then he made me sing. Sing, you have to sing when you play. And I'm like, oh. So I sang Yellow Submarine, and that was my first song that I ever performed for people that came to visit in the living room. And my father was like, Didi, show them how you play. So with my eyeballs in the back of my head, I had to, because I was a military child and you follow orders. I was ordered to play, so I played. And those poor people were like, that's really nice, it's horrible. But then I moved to Puerto Rico. And I have tons of cousins that are on my mother's family is very musical. And so no more music lessons, but they were teaching me how to strum things and play things in Spanish with little different chord progressions and stuff that are kind of natural to and specific to Spanish music. And that's how I took off. It just not self-taught, taught by my cousins. And I started singing in little Spanish groups, and most of my musical performances were Spanish music, were traditional Puerto Rican ballads and things like that. And I didn't really start singing in English until I moved here in '87. I joined a band called Off Duty with my cousin Ivan. He was a guitar player. And Jeff Freeman, who is Herbie Freeman from the Sheepherders, Herbie's brother. So small world, because then I discovered that I knew Herbie when I looked at him and said, "You're a Freeman." But because they look alike, they're beautiful men. Anyway, inside and out. But I started singing. I came here to visit in '83, actually, on vacation, and they had a band called Innocent Vulgarity.
Innocent Vulgarity?
Yeah. We were awful. But we just got together and jammed, and I was singing stuff that I didn't know because I didn't live here, so I didn't know the music from here. I just, whatever they told me to sing, I sang. And we had a really good time that summer that I visited. And when I moved here, I joined their band Off Duty, and I was their backup singer. And then after that I had got married and had a child. And then I started singing with Keith Tice in a band called Wise Guys, Guise. It was him and another guy, and I auditioned, and when I joined, the other guy quit. But I sang with Keith.
He couldn't compete, did he?
No,
he couldn't compete.
No, he couldn't. I sang with Keith until I was 8 months pregnant. I couldn't move. And then after Victor was born, I sang a little bit again. And then when Victor started taking drum lessons, I got a Christmas gift of voice lessons, and my teacher was Kelly Shane from Pepperwine.
Oh yeah.
Correct.
She was my vocal coach.
Do you still study with Kelly?
No, she fired me. Kelly fired me.
She fired herself.
She fired.
You don't need me anymore.
Yeah.
Which is not true because I still need her and I feel abandoned. But anyway, she's fantastic, and she was the one that gave me actually the guts to go back and do it.
Cross Pepperwine off the guest list.
No, you got to have them on here.
You know
Actually,
what? She
they're
made me
amazing.
go to karaoke, and then from there I went to the other karaoke, and that was it. And you know what? Here's the thing about following your passion. I'm 51 years old. I'll be 52 in a month. When I met Laura, I was almost 50. And the opportunity arose that she wanted to do something together. And I thought, I'm 50. I'm never going to have this opportunity again. And it's with somebody that I love. It came out of a really beautiful friendship. And it's just like a whole, I don't know, synchronicity, whatever we had going on. And it's funny because we would finish each other's sentences. We would call each other with the same song ideas for covers to add to the repertoire. I mean, it was almost creepy. But I did away with a almost career in financial services because I said, I told my vice president that I worked with, I said, you know what, I love you, but I have an opportunity to be in a band. Bye. The end.
That's it.
So, that takes guts.
Yes.
We've had
It all
that
takes
discussion.
guts.
Everything in life is temporary, and if you don't grab it while you got the chance,
Well,
you never
Colton
know.
Kaiser has a song that said something, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember, but it was, how people say, oh, life is too short? He says life is too long to live it doing the wrong things or being with the wrong person.
Right.
Or being unhappy. And I thought, wow, I hope I have plenty of more years left, so I don't want to spend them not being happy.
Not being happy.
Right.
So this is what brings me joy. So
This is why we're here.
doing it. Yeah.
And if you ever come to see us perform, which I know all of you will, except for all of you that are not in the United States right now. But if you ever came to see, sure, they'll fly. They'll fly out here. What the heck?
Harry will charter a plane.
Awesome. He's a great guy. But if you ever come see us perform, you'll see that literally pretty much after every song, and now we've been doing this for 4 years together, and we perform, certainly in the summer, we perform 2 to 3 nights a week.
Sometimes
more. We crack up. We laugh. We're like smiling and laughing after every song.
It should
single
be
song.
fun.
Because we are having such a
Yeah.
good time. We're so happy to be
hug,
making music
we-
together. I get chills when I hear her
Oh,
sing
you
certain
make me
songs.
cry.
Still, I make her cry.
It's
Not
a
in a
love
mean
fest.
way,
It's
but
a love
we
fest.
yeah.
We do. We really do love each other. And people, competition with women, music.
No such thing.
No.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, I mean, and it shows when you guys perform.
When she
Actually-
does something outside of Strumberry Pie, I'm so proud. Anything that good that comes her
Same
way
here.
makes me happy.
Same.
As it should be,
Yes.
because well, what do you think about the music scene?
What do you
these
mean in
days?
general or around here?
Well,
in
when I
general.
first started coming into this music scene myself, it was 2005 or 6 maybe. It's been about 10 years. And I wound up a guy down by me said, "Hey, I got this gig. I need a drummer." "Great. When is it?" He said, "Well, it's in 2 weeks." It was Labor Day weekend. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Well, where is it?" He said, "It's at the Wonder Bar in Asbury Park." "Okay. Cover 2?" He said, "No, I need you to learn these 10 originals. And by the way, we got 2 practices between now and then." Okay. So I really, I learned this original material, and we wind up opening for our friends in a band called Agency, and then the headliner was Status Green,
Oh yeah.
which I don't know if you remember
I do.
Status Green or not. They used to literally have, like the Sheepherders did in
Yeah.
Havana, they would have a tour bus full of,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And that was my initiation, was the Wonder Bar on Labor Day weekend into the Asbury Park music
Very nice,
scene.
yeah.
And I watched when I came in at the tail end of the electric scene, and then it was like a reversal of fortunes. Everything became like singer-songwriters.
Yeah, there's
you
a
know?
lot of that. Yeah.
Right, and they had the Paramount sessions, and then you had the
Right.
and you had the places like the Twisted Tree on Cookman Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
and you had all these. And for those of you who aren't aware of what we're talking about at home, we're talking about Asbury Park, New Jersey, home of the Stone Pony and the Wonder Bar and the Saint, and where
Asbury
these two ladies have a
Lanes.
gig, Asbury Lanes. Greetings from Asbury Park, Bruce Springsteen's first album. And the scene seemed to just shift to more of an acoustic thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then that lasted for a few years until they started with the licensing fees and Madison Marquette and all that fun stuff that they did along the Asbury Boardwalk that put all of these smaller music venues pretty much out of business. Or they had to stop having music, one or the other. And now it seems like they're back to electric bands, but I don't see any outside of maybe a handful that I've seen, and maybe you ladies can enlighten me more. They're mostly established older bands. And what I mean by older is they're not 22 and 23-year-old
Right.
musicians. They're 40-somethings.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
Or 50-somethings.
Yeah.
And why do you think that is?
That's a good question. We have not really been in the Asbury Park music scene for very long, to be honest with you. So, I mean, last year we did get nominated for an Asbury Music Award, and I was like,
I know.
I literally texted Dee Dee and I said, this has to be a
We
mistake.
thought it was a joke.
I was like, this
We
can't
really
be right.
thought it was a joke.
Because we do cover music, and we do it, we play some in Asbury, but
We had a couple of original shows.
we had a couple of original shows, and we had done some, and we've been very fortunate that Kyle Brendel, who books at the Stone Pony and the Wonder Bar, has called us to do some opening slots for different bands at the Stone Pony and the Wonder Bar over the last few years. But I have to say, I know that there is a longer history than I am really privy to of music there. I have been. I know that there's a jam band scene that is still there, that was very vibrant, I know, in early 2000s.
Yep.
Days Awake just did an unbelievable reunion show at the House of Independence in Asbury Park, and because they were one of the big jam bands of the Asbury Park music scene, and at that time they were in their 20s. So like what you're saying, they were these young, very energetic, very the vibe, I would say, was this jam band community vibe. I'm not sure I know of that many. I know that the Secret Sound, are they a younger band, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, somewhat.
A little bit younger.
Yeah, they're
Well,
not.
they're not 50. So I know that there are still some bands. I mean, Taylor Tote's band has been tearing it up.
Taylor's band is
She's tearing it up, and they're
They are.
young.
She's going to be on this show November 14th.
Oh,
actually,
wonderful.
one more with Taylor Tote. It'll be that.
Good.
Nice.
She's fabulous.
Yeah,
But there are younger musicians still coming up. Her son's coming up, but I don't know enough about the Asbury Park music scene progression from the early 2000s till now to say I have an opinion as to why there seemed to be like a little vacuum of.
Well, you have a
20-somethings.
lot of venues, like I
Yeah.
said, too, kind of
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
Just in the 10 years I've been down here, but things are a little bit different. Are we ready there, Nash? No, not yet.
Okay.
We're not allowed to sing yet. Keep talking. Nobody
That's
has.
not a problem
By the way,
for us.
I was going to say nobody has
That's
ever
not-
accused me of not
No,
talking enough.
You're not the quiet one.
Again, if you are just logging in, this is One More with Danny Coleman. I am Danny Coleman. This is Strumberry Pie. We have Dee Dee on your left and Laura on your right, and we're coming to you live here from Monmouth Music on Monmouth Street in Red Bank, New Jersey, half a block from Jamian's and about a block and a half from the Count Basie Theater
That's right.
Yeah.
here in Red Bank. Favorite band, Deeds?
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what? That's not a fair question.
I agree.
It's not, because
I'm not talking about local band. I'm talking about influence.
I
Okay.
can't have a favorite band because
Because you're under contract?
I'm it's prohibited. No, I
I
can't.
signed a
you know what?
non-disclosure.
I can't have a favorite band because I have an appreciation for pretty much every type of music. and I listen to different genres and different eras, and just depending on what mood I'm in or what I suddenly bump into that I heard that I said, oh my God, I can't, I forgot I knew this. And no, I can't say I have a favorite band. I enjoy so many different types of music and international, not just American music, but I love Spanish music because that's what I grew up on. And then somebody will play something in French, like when Anik sings in French, I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. So no, I don't have a favorite band. I'm sorry.
This is why we are so perfect for each other. I cannot name a favorite band either, and it's the same exact reason. I just have too much appreciation for so many different genres. I don't do that. Favorite book, favorite music, no.
I tell the story on Rock On Radio. Probably too often. When I was 12, my cousin handed me a birthday present, and it was an album. Mm-hmm. And I opened it up, and it was Led Zeppelin 4.
Yes! All right. If I was feet to the fire, they would be top
Did you
five.
see that? Did you see that?
Changed my life forever. I saw that.
Did you see that?
Saw that. Matter of fact, I'm going to get Matt to...
Yes, we did.
At the same time. I'm going to get Matt to make a still of that for you. It changed my life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been playing the drums for maybe 6 months at the time, and my cousin knew it, and she gave me Led Zeppelin 4, and that was it. I was done.
Have you heard her sing Zeppelin?
Yes, I have.
I know you have.
I have heard her sing Zeppelin. I'm trying to think. Yeah,
my favorite things to sing.
I did the gig that night I stalked you in the alley.
If I had known you were John Bonham.
Alleys and parking lots.
Yeah.
Seems to be a theme.
You notice that?
Yes.
One more bail money with Danny Coleman.
Zeppelin, though, definitely. I mean, if you asked me my top 5 bands, Zeppelin would be in the top 5 easily. It might be in the top 2.
They're number 1 for me.
1.
See, now the way I grew up, I didn't even know who they were until I think I moved here.
The name of the town you grew up in?
Naranjito, Puerto Rico. It's up in the mountains in the middle of a jungle where there is nothing. Running water. We don't have an outhouse. We do have running water. And I was pretty much not sheltered, but isolated from a lot of mainstream stuff. I mean, I knew who Janis Joplin was, but I lived here up to 1976. So I knew some stuff, but my parents didn't listen to anything heavy. The heaviest they ever listened to was Janis Joplin. It was Beatles and country music, Waylon Jennings, Charlie Pride, Trini Lopez. The old Willie Nelson, Redheaded Stranger, my favorite country album of all time, because that's what I grew up on. And then I got swept off to Puerto Rico, cut off from all of that, so I couldn't even tell you. That's why, when people teach me things, I'm like a pet project for some people because I learn it from scratch. When Ronnie Brandt tries to teach me Bob Dylan, he goes, how could you not know this? And I'm like, I didn't live here. I didn't know, Sorry, no from here,
CCR, all that stuff, all these things that everybody knows.
If he knows about the chupacabra.
Exactly. Which I know personally.
Oh.
And I have an in.
I have a story for you about that.
That's
another story for another time.
I know just
where you have a chupacabra story?
Oh.
For real? I have
and
to
you
hear
survived?
That.
Well, apparently when
not many people have a chupacabra story.
No.
Apparently when I
meet
drink too much,
that's who you become.
I become fluent in Spanish.
I thought you were going to say when I drink too much, I see the chupacabra,
or I become
the chupacabra. But
I like how you roll your R, by the way.
It's another story. See, you can tell I had Spanish.
Yeah, wow.
I become in the cup. That's why he's rolling his R's now.
That's Cuban coffee that he's drinking. Yeah, see, it works.
You have cafe leche?
Café con leche.
You burn it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay.
You have to burn it.
I'm just wondering.
Then you have to put it through that
She's
sock
never made
thing.
you that? Yeah, through the
burn
crocus
coffee?
cloth?
No.
Yeah.
Is that good?
It's really strong coffee.
Oh, it's yeah.
How do you know this?
I grew up. Where did we grow
You
up?
drink a lot.
You know,
and then you
my
get
neighbor.
Spanish, and it just comes to you.
And then I asked for cafe con leche.
There you go.
There you go.
So, what? We good? 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
We got 10
before
minutes.
we can start singing.
Are we gonna let these ladies play?
No. Yeah, can we
Okay.
can
In
we
10
make
minutes?
some music?
All right, Nash. You're all right, Nash. Nash
right.
is my. You guys can't see him because he's off camera, but Nash is the guy that's giving me signals, which I'm having trouble deciphering
I know because the lights are.
because the lights are like, you know.
And he's being very quiet.
Who, Nash?
Yeah.
He's trying to be quiet, but we're dragging him in. We're just dragging him in.
We're
It's
gonna
'cause
make
that's
you
what
talk.
we do.
He's gonna have to talk.
That's what we do. All right, so we have a few minutes yet before. It's got to be less than that now, right?
Now it's 9.
Now it's 8.6. 8.6.
That's great.
So what do you have other than the Saint with Colossal Street Jam? I love them guys, by the way. And here's how
There's
music.
nothing not to love about them.
Here's how music makes the world small. Mm-hmm. My next door neighbor, he said to me all the time, he goes, you're involved in that Jersey Shore music scene? Did you ever hear Colossal Street Jam? And at the time, I wasn't familiar. I knew the name, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife and the guitar player's wife, they went to school together. They're friends.
Oh,
you
Sal's
know.
wife?
Right.
Yeah.
And so he
She's
knew
wonderful.
Sal.
She's beautiful. Sal Mara. Holy mackerel.
Oh,
And-
man.
So
He's a character.
when I booked them for my radio show, for Rock On Radio,
Yeah.
and Joe, my next door neighbor Joe, happened to see it on Facebook. He's, you're having Colossal Street Jam on. Where is it? I want,
Yeah.
And I told him where it was, and he said, "That's okay." He didn't want to make the
Hamilton,
ride
it's a little far from where we are.
to the Jersey Shore, but
In fact, when when I saw my phone ring and it was Danny Coleman when he texted us,
Yeah.
girls, I have a proposition. Well, he didn't say it quite like that, but he said, yeah,
flashes of that alley came back.
it did. I was like, when I saw that you were looking for us to call you back and you said you had a proposition for us, I was like, oh no, he wants us to go to Hamilton, New Jersey.
I was thinking, road trip. Who could we bring with us?
And then when you said Red Bank, New Jersey, I was like, of course we'll come do your
she
show.
can walk
That
here.
sounds great.
DJ, you hear that? This is when my number appears, they
cringe.
they have cringe and dread and
It's Danny Coleman. You talk to him. No, you talk to him. No, you talk to him.
It's not what happened. It's not at all. what
Nash.
happened.
Who booked these guests, Nash?
what
Who's
else do we
responsible
have?
for this?
Let's turn this around. What else do we have coming up? Let's see. We're doing something fun this Saturday. We have two things this Saturday, right? So on Saturday, 90.5 The Night, which is our local public radio station, is hosting on the Brookdale Community College campus in Lincroft. They're hosting a food truck festival. I know it's got a name,
It's
but
the
I can't
50th
think of what it is.
anniversary of the
Of the college,
yeah.
right.
Oh,
So-
Brookdale turns 50?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
yeah. So they have this food truck festival that's happening on Saturday from 11 to 5. Great food, great events. So they have all kinds of stuff for the kids to do. They have music on the main stage, including Anthony D'Amato, not Remember Jones, but the other Anthony D'Amato, a number of other artists. And they have a pie throwing station where you can throw pies at the DJs. So anybody, who's watching who listens to 90.5 The Night and Jeff Raspy and Michelle McBride and Stu Coogan and Rich Robinson, you can throw pies at them, at their faces. It's going to be great. And they asked us, of course, here's where the name comes in. They thought, hey, how about we have Strumberry Pie hang out at the pie throwing station
And
sing a little bit for us. And we said, of course, we would love to stand there and watch
as
you
long
get
as
pies
we
thrown
get to
at
throw a
you.
pie too.
Pie throwing. I wonder if it's going to be like whack-a-mole. Or,
A little bit. Something to that effect. Although when I
Okay.
posted that we're going to be at the pie throwing station at this event, I got a lot of messages from people seemingly very excited about throwing pies at us. And I had to dissuade them of that notion that there will be any food thrown at us,
No, only bring it to eat.
See, now I went the
lest
other way
they
with
want
that.
to get some pie in their face. I was like, you best not be throwing anything at me.
See,
But-
I went the other way with that. Pie throwing. I'm thinking it's like midget bowling.
I was thinking that was the other thing I thought. I was like, they're going to think they're going to
Throw you.
pick us up.
Well,
and
I
toss
think, you know what? They could probably do
Pie
that with her,
tossing.
but not with me.
I thought the same thing.
You're not going to be able to do that with me.
No,
sorry.
they're not actually throwing us. They are throwing actual pies. I'm guessing whipped cream pies. And, it's worse things to have thrown at you than a pie, right?
Yeah.
But we're going to do that. So
Yes.
we'll be at that booth between like 12 and 3. 12 and 3:30 doing, a little bit of music. And then that night we're going to be at the Clada in the Highlands.
Highlands,
Yeah, and we'll be there. Actually, Paul Lambert is going to join us on drums that night.
That's right down the street from the Chubby Pickle, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. I've done a gig
you
there.
would
That's
know
why
that.
Bump.
You would know that, wouldn't you?
I would know
Yes.
that because I do time with Matt Scuteri and the Jive Stewards.
There you go.
So
Yeah, so we'll be there at 10 o'clock that night. So that's the 15th. And then on the 22nd, that's a Thursday, I believe,
We are at
the downtown. Correct?
no.
No.
That's
Oh, that's November. Sorry.
Caliente.
Caliente Cantina on West Front Street in Red Bank. That's right. So we'll be there from
the
6
new
to
place.
9. And then after,
The next Thursday, I believe we are at the. Is it the next Thursday that we're at the downtown?
I think so.
We have so much going on.
So go to our Facebook page. We list our events. We're also on Bands in Town. I always post on Bands in Town. If you go to our website, you can check our events. It's on our homepage and it's on our events page. But please just come to our Facebook page, like us, because we're really needy like that. So
Twitter,
go ahead,
you guys
like
have a Twitter
us.
account, Strumberry Pie. Just,
We
You know
do.
what? We
I
don't
forgot about
tweet,
it until
but
we
we
started
don't
tweeting
tweet.
about this show, and I was like, "What? Somebody tweeted me?"
I know. And we don't have Instagram. We need Instagram. Well, and we bring back the pieing.
No, I was doing this. I don't want to Instagram.
Oh, you don't want.
You can go
I'll do it.
Instagram.
I'll do it, 'cause you do
take charge
everything
of that.
else.
I
She
do
does
everything
everything.
else. Yeah.
She does. She's the business end.
God save
I'm the
us.
brute force.
It's amazing.
I carry the
We
PA
haven't
system.
es
folded.
muy
That's what
caliente.
I am muy
con
caliente.
Strumberry Pie.
See.
Sí.
The force is strong with this one on Facebook. Let me tell you. You cannot spend.
I'm not your father.
You cannot spend 2 minutes on Facebook without seeing Dee Dee somewhere on Facebook.
I am somewhere.
It's all good stuff.
There's photo ops and things to be done.
Now, think back to the band you were in prior to Facebook and Twitter. And
I wasn't in. Oh,
and
no,
the
I was.
internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Think about,
Flyers.
right?
Flyers and pounding the pavement and calling all your friends.
Yeah, your street
That's-
team was all your buds and
Yeah,
your
that's
phone.
it.
Street team.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know,
that
that
sounds
was your-
very hood.
Sounds like rock and roll.
Yeah.
It is. That's exactly how we did it.
Yeah, you and I
Yeah.
can remember being a 15-year-old kid in my basement with some really, low-grade recording equipment.
No.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, cassette tape demos.
Like
Went to
the
every
microphone.
put your
Yeah.
fingers down, yeah.
With
Yeah.
the microphone that has the wire attached to the cassette tape. Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a 6-inch wire, and
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. Hi, can I speak with the manager? I'm in a band. Here's our cassette. And the
Or you mailed it
remember
off
that.
to a major record label and hoped
Oh,
that it
we
got
never
to the
did
right
that.
person. you
I
know?
never did that.
Oh yeah.
But I will say this about promoting the gigs. There was less demand from the venues to bring in a crowd
Back then.
back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there was early 90s that I did that. Late 80s, early 90s. There was less demand from the venues. So, you got hired, you went and you played.
Right.
Well, you remember I did the column for the Trentonian newspaper, which I now put on New Jersey's stage.
Which is great, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
He does an incredible job writing up interviews and
Yes.
I get lucky.
reviews.
you're
Yeah.
quite
I get to
articulate.
talk to people I idolized
Oh,
as a kid.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Whenever you go, this person, I'm like, you interviewed that person.
Dee Dee and I are like,
Yeah, we just.
You know how most people see phone numbers they don't know on their cell, and they have to, they'll just
You
ignore.
answered them all, don't you?
I have to.
Yeah.
My daughter was
never
her
know who could it
17th
be.
birthday. I said, "Where do you want to go to dinner?" She says, "Dad, I feel like boneless wings from Chili's." I'm like, "It's your birthday. You want to go to Chili's?"
right.
Hey,
Yeah. Okay.
It's her
let's
birthday.
go.
She wants. Yeah.
So it was a Friday night. So we go to Chili's, and we're sitting there, and my phone rings, and I ignored it. About 2 seconds later, my phone rings again. It's the same number from New York City, and I thought to myself,
I bet
I looked at my daughter. I said, "You know what? Let me check this out, 'cause I don't know who this is." So I answered the phone. "Hello. Hi, is this Danny Coleman?" "Yeah, it is." "This is Corey Glover of Living Color."
Dude, come on.
"Okay."
Do not ignore me.
I said, "Hello?" He said, "You're supposed to interview me coming up soon. I think it's tonight." I said, "No, I think it's tomorrow." "Oh," he says, "Can you do it now?" I said, "No, I'm out to dinner with my daughter. It's her 17th birthday." And he's like, "Oh, put her on the phone." So I held the phone out. He's like singing
that's
"Happy
sweetheart.
Birthday"
Did
to my
she know
daughter.
who he was?
She gets off the phone and she's
That's
going,
Who the heck is that? She's 17.
She didn't
She's
know.
Like, I have
you know?
no idea.
But right now, why don't you ladies get ready? We're finally gonna get to some music here.
Woo!
On One More with Danny Coleman. We're gonna bring DJ.
DJ, come on
we'll
out
bring
here.
DJ over.
I have to sit.
And while you ladies are doing that, let's
Yeah.
read a sponsor.
Oh, do that.
Because
Okay.
that's what I do. That's what I do here.
Okay.
At Carousel Arts Productions.
Well,
Keep your eyes open for the next charity compilation.
you're gonna see.
CD produced by the Downtown All-Stars of Red Bank. Now, Deej, you were involved with that.
I am involved with that.
It's called Magic on the Navasink, and it'll feature original works by artists such as Colossal Street Jam, Dawn Hopkins, DJ Pinelli, who is here with us tonight, and John Hathaway. Magic on the Navasink is being produced to benefit Red Bank Elks Lodge number 233's Veterans Charities. The Downtown All-Stars first compilation CD, Bright Lights on Broad Street, was in support of Little Kids Rock, which provides free music instruction and instruments to underserved public school districts all across the United States, and it's available on the Downtown All-Stars website. And from select, you guys have select retailers? Because it says it's available from select retailers.
Then that's what we have.
The Downtown All-Stars of Red Bank LLC is a collective of local musicians and performing artists bound together to raise both funds and awareness for charities and worthy causes using the immeasurable power of music. To find out more about them, please go to redbankallstars.com and follow them on Facebook at facebook.com/redbankallstars for more information. And right now, when we're ready, whenever you ladies are ready, I'm going to, this is always the fun part of the evening when you got to get the musicians together.
I didn't even realize we had this whole setup. The mic's coming out.
See?
I had no idea what was going to happen.
I'm going to take my cup so I can
beauty
thoroughly
of
enjoy
life.
this and take my leave.
Okay.
And I'm going to step to the side, and I'm going to allow these ladies and DJ, and when once we get Dee Dee hooked up there, we'll.
Can anybody
We'll-
see DJ on the camera?
Yeah, we'll
Or
bring
should I make him stick his face in front
Make
of the
him sit
camera?
there.
He's gonna have a seat.
Well, because right now they think we're a duet. See.
Oh, I'm fine.
But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you're just tuning in or you have been tuned in, this is One More with Danny Coleman. This is our inaugural show. These are the very first guests of the program,
True.
and we hope this will be the first of many, many more. But we cannot do that without your support. So please.
This has been fun.
Yeah, it has been fun. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, ladies, for coming out this evening to support live music and promote yourselves and help me.
You got it.
That's
And
what
thank
it's
you
all
everyone
about.
who actually listened for a whole hour to us before
Yes.
That's quite
I
possible.
learned so much.
Going on and on.
DJ, I learned so much.
It's really an educational experience.
Oh,
I
all right.
really want to know these two. I'll interview me after.
DJ will have to leave after this
Nash, are
very
you ready,
quickly.
my friend? All right, I'm going to get out of the way here because
Rather be.
this is Strumberry Pie.
Thank you. Ready? I'd rather be your friend than your lover. Oh yes, I would rather be your friend than your lover. To walk with you in the sunshine instead of hiding under cover. I'd rather be your friend than your lover. No, no. I'd rather be your lover than your friend. Oh, yes, I would rather be your lover than your friend. To press those sweet lips against mine instead of warmly holding hands. Oh, I'd rather be your lover than your friend.
me wanna try, wanna try. Oh, it don't seem to matter where you draw the line, 'cause I just won't be satisfied in the end. 'Cause you've got no room for me, I take up too much space. When I see your funny face, it makes me wanna try, wanna try. I'd rather say goodbye than be your fool. Oh, I would rather say goodbye than be your fool. I don't feel much like a hammer, you know. You ain't gonna be your tool, no, 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 no. I'd rather say goodbye than be your fool. Oh, I'd rather be your lover. Oh, I guess I'll say goodbye. Thank you. All right, we're gonna do one more for y'all. That was DJ Pinelli doing all those tasty licks over there. See what I'm talking about? It sells itself, you know. Pie sells itself. We're going to do a song called Lost My Faith. Yep. Count it off.
1, 2, 3, 4. They say that we should start each day by giving thanks instead of asking for things we wish we had. They say that every day's a gift, well, how about that? And if you have your health, things can't be so bad. But every time I try to take one step ahead, I hit that big brick wall and then I take that fall. I've lost my faith. I've lost my faith. I can't remember the last time that I got on my knees and prayed. I've lost my faith. I've lost my faith. I guess there's nothing left for me to do. Take it day by day. I've lost my faith. In bed and think about my life. I really thought that I was doing something right. I went with being honest, being good and kind. I went with standing up, fighting the good fight. But Every time I try to take one step ahead, I hit that big brick wall and then I take that fall. I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I can't remember the last time that I got on my knees and prayed. I've lost my faith. I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I guess there's nothing left for me to do. Take it day by day. I've lost my faith. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, there was a time when I truly believed. I used to pray out loud, but no one answered me. I've lost my faith.
I've lost my faith.
I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I can't remember the last time that I got on my knees and prayed. I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I guess there's nothing left for me to do but take it day by day. I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I can't remember the last time that I got on my knees and prayed. I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I've lost my faith.
I lost my faith.
I guess there's nothing left for me to do but take it day by day. I've lost my faith.
Thank you very much.
Strumberry pie. There you go. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Danny.
Mwah.
Really
Thank you,
appreciate
thank you,
having
thank you. Give me some love, Dee Dee.
you. Give me some pie.
Thank
Give me
you,
some
thank you,
pie.
thank you.
I love
Get it?
you.
TJ, thank you. All right, fellas, ladies, thank you.